Today it's actually 27th April 2026. So at this point when we're making this video, we are 5 months postpartum. Now I have a katumbo because I'm eating, but you're 5 months postpartum. 5 months, 1 week.
The newborn
Yeah.
boy.
Yes, so this video is actually about our firstborn, how we got pregnant, the journey, and how it was. To educate somebody with regards to choosing a partner and tabia zenye zi happen during pregnancy, what to expect might not be entirely what you'll experience, but a lot of these things might relate. So in case you're a first time person, sit down, notes. So how did you discover we are pregnant?
First, we planned for it.
Yes.
We planned a year, almost a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, because no pills, no too much junk. Used to walk a lot.
Yeah.
I remember correctly, that one used to do a lot of walking. Then we even planned for the month. I remember we had agreed on February.
Yeah.
So it comes on November.
Yeah.
Which is what actually happened.
Yeah.
Which I also always find that fascinating, that you plan like that and then it comes like that.
What we learned about that is the power of intentionality and actually speaking things into reality. First of all, we planned a year before. We picked dates for conception, and then gestation, and approximate dates for delivery, counting 9 months in. Then we actually spoke into that future, that it will be smooth, we will be okay, we will not have any complications. By smooth, you're not saying we'll not have like the experiences of pregnancy, but no complications in terms of health. Then we decided we wanted to just do it within a year, no carrying pregnancies for 2 years, like half the year, no. We just decided 1 year, we're done. So then February was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, of course I knew what was coming, but then kama kawaida, we went to work. So I traveled to LD and was just going to, fuatilia kazi as normal. Then I was sick. I started being sick. So I'm somebody who never gets sick. I would probably just have a headache and nimetembea kwa jua, but I would rarely, maybe flu, but even very rare. So I started being sick. I was having like a constant headache. And I think videos that I did last year, around this time, if you are keen, you would tell. Even my voice changed. Ilikani kama I have homa, but I don't. My eyes were like watery red because I had a constant headache. I was dehydrated because I could not take water. I started feeling very nausea while I was in LD. Then I realized, you know what, by the way, I'm actually getting more sicker. So I called him. Of course, we were talking on a daily, so he could tell there's a difference. Every time he was calling me, I was unable to shoot content nikiwa job because that year we had done a lot of street marketing. So content ilikuwa imeanza kupick. The page was actually very active. So I was going to continue doing content, but then now I could not because I was so sickly. Then I told him, hey, Maze, I think inanilemea, maybe you can come see me. So our first clinic, so you're supposed to do antenatal clinics every month. So our first clinic, I wanted us to do it together. It was better if we do it together. But then I was in Eldoret, it was Nairobi. Then he insisted, he just said, don't go anywhere, don't do anything. I want to be part of the journey the whole time. Now, intentionality when it comes to picking a partner. I have seen here, even on social media, that somebody is telling you from the onset, he does not want to be part of the journey. Mapema and your best, just make your decisions informed. Because if somebody does not want to be in the journey from the beginning, you're likely to have a very rough pregnancy. And I'm saying this because a lot of support came a long way through that journey. So he came to Eldoret. I was so sick and wanted to do a government hospital. So we actually went to a public hospital, district. Then by then nurses were on strike. Then we were supposed to do, so if you go to a government hospital, the advantage is they do all the tests and they even test your partner before the journey begins. Then when you deliver in a public hospital, you're also tested. The partner is also tested so that just to protect the baby and the health of the mother postnatal when you're breastfeeding, which is I found really important.
Good. It's supposed to be like that, by the way.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. So by the time he was coming, since I was sickly, I had ujinga. I had gone to, okay, I don't know. Let me just call it that. In my ignorance, I wanted to take painkillers for my headache because I was like, it's too much. It was kama a constant migraine. I don't know. Then I was nausea. I started feeling very nausea every night, and it was getting very intense. And then I went and bought anti-nauseics and painkillers. So when he came that night, tell them how you found me.
It's not even a laughing matter. I'm remembering at the gate, the first when I saw you first, your face was full. See the way now you have the cheeks zimetokea, there's a line here. It was full.
Like I was swollen,
and then
kinda.
your eyes were swollen, but you looked sick. Have you ever met a sick person? Like, they don't have to tell you anything. The face, the eyes can tell. It was so bad. At first, I was shocked. I didn't know what to say. I looked at her. I didn't know what to do. But she walks towards me, hugged me, and then you broke down. You broke down, and I was like, wow, this is going to be a journey. I don't know what kind of journey, but I can tell this is going to be a serious journey that I have never experienced. Then I think we stood there for a few minutes as I was staring at you, trying to figure out what to even tell you. The funny thing about that night and then towards the next morning is that by the next day, you're kinda okay. It's like you came down. It's like now you felt you're safe or something, but things changed. You remember the next day, things were very different. You're not that sickly.
I guess first of all, I was a little bubbly because now I felt now supported. I think as a pregnant or if you're expecting to be pregnant, very important, please pick an intentional present partner. Please, if you fuck up anywhere else, don't mess up at that your point. That is a very crucial point because support from the onset, it helps your mental state.
That's him. Yeah.
So then when you came, I was happy. I was like, okay, this is better. But you see, already I was feeling a little sickly kabisa. And then I was like, I don't know how this is going to turn out. I already could tell what was the reason I'm sick. But I was like, I just hope we just get it over with. Then Googling here and there. I love you see Google. I don't ever Google if you're sick. It will tell you all things. Yeah. But now I was happy because now we would go to the hospital, then probably get assistance from a professional going forward. So we planned, then we went to the hospital. I guess the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did go to the hospital. District, tukapewa neti, lakini government hospital. So tukapewa neti. Wanakupea yani you just say you're pregnant, they give you neti kwanza. Protection, please. Thank you very much. So I was surprised and I found that actually very nice. Then they said you go and do a whole lab examination. So they test your blood, they test your urine. Then they also test you for HIV, which is I found really nice. And I thank God because actually you stuck along, rather you were present the whole time. Unajua vile loser government hospital ni funny, and not funny in the haha way. Yeah, you go pee, you come bring your sample, unaeka huku. Yeah, and then me I was a little nilikuwa naogopa. In fact I remember tulikuwa kwa hiyo line ya maternity nilikwambia ama tuende tu because me I was feeling shy. I was feeling shy. Na mimi ni mkubwa. I'm 28. Na nasikia shy kwenda kuambia huyo I think nimekuja inaitwa antenatal clinic. I was feeling shy. So him because he is the males akaingia hapo tumekuja clinic, what do we do? And then they were actually impressed because most men don't actually do that, especially watu wenye huenda mostly public. Unapata mostly they're just women, umekuja tu mwenyewe. So they were very impressed. Mzee amekuja, hata tukapewa taratara. So you go to the lab, you do this, then now you come. And I think even finishing, after we've done our test nini, wakatupatia first priority because you are around. Because amekuja tusiwaeke sana, unajua wazee wanaenda kazi. Then they took us through what to expect. They said I should not take any drugs at all. Cancel my painkillers, cancel my nausea drugs, nini. Yeah. So I was supposed to kind of take the pain. Then wakampima for HIV. They also did my HIV test. Then we were okay, good to go. So they said, you're supposed to come. We can't palpate because the baby was like almost 8 weeks. Yeah. But they can't palpate, but over time they can. So I just need to, listen for the signs, make sure I'm trying to get rested, relaxed, take a chill pill, dial down on a few things so that I'm easy with the journey. So now this is where the story begins. Because
okay, back to the hospital just a little bit. I think that's the first time I started noticing why our societies are very negative towards this pregnancy journey and all that, because I really wanted to experience it with you, so that I also understand, okay, how is it, why does it happen like this, why do moods change, why do emotions change all the time. When I was in that hospital and even seeing the nurse and the doctors saying that, like, by the way, when you look around, you can count the number of men that are there. And I'm like, do you guys realize this is your kid coming? And you're nowhere to be seen. I'm like, okay, what if something goes wrong and then now you blame your wife forever? But if you are there,
you would have done
things would have been very different, because by this, the mere fact that there is an authority here, things are going to be done differently. Even the way we were treated, we're not in lines, because I'm there, the doctors are like, nyi ingieni juu huyu anaweza enda kazi, huyu atoke. Tunajua wazee wapendi, venye tu walisema, wazee wapendi kukaa mahali pamoja sana, anaweza toka amwache. Like, okay, and that was one thing yenye I think men need to be serious about that, because it's the one thing yenye hata tufanye kazi miaka ngapi, even if you create what, you're not going to create that again.
And I think I would like to add this, considering I have seen, I didn't even see my own dad take my mom to clinic, because I saw my mom pregnant with my 2 younger brothers, but I didn't see my dad take my mom to clinic, antenatal clinic. So I want to say, if you're a girl, please pick somebody who is intentional again, somebody who is willing, flexible, somebody who is willing to be present in that journey, because you can't do it alone. You'll go crazy. And if you're a man, please try and be there. There were very countable men hapo Hosi. I remember there was a video you took me nikitoka kupeana sample. And it makes a difference. Either you like it or not, it's a very patriarchal society. And you find by that alone, by the fact that he was there are a few advantages that came with it. For example, I didn't do line sana because I was sickly here and there. I would just sit, he would do the rounds, he would go ahead, ask questions. Because ni mwanaume, unapata ni ngumu mtu amonyeshe attitude. You get. Then now, just getting them taratara. And then the older women who were seeing, okay, this is somebody who is really trying. They could really, then, wanatuambia, okay, kuja hivi, fanya hivi. So it was really easy for us. Considering public hospital, unaweza kaa huko ukasirike. Though we did, I think almost 3 hours there.
But we were doing a lot of things.
Yeah, but we were doing a lot of things. Yeah. They do a lot of tests on you. Then now, the last part was, they said I needed iron. So they also do a blood test. Public hospital is really good. And I'm not saying usiende private, but for us it was really good, considering we really wanted to do natural. We didn't want madawa mingi because we had not taken madawa mingi before. And I'll tell you why that is important, because you protect your child's gut. Sisi, the year before conception, we were eating right, we worked out. I lost weight almost to like 65. I lost weight kabisa. And it was very intentional, because I wanted my body to be in the best shape to handle pregnancy. Because I believe if I had weight, it would have been double tragedy for me. So now they just gave us two drugs. The one ya kukunywa iron. Actually, it was one. It was one. Ilikuwa tu ya iron.
I think your body never reacted quite so well with the iron thing, but at least.
Yeah, that was the only one. It has, I think it's called folic something. It's red. It's a liquid, but that thing tastes like metals. It's like unakunywa metals zime rust.
Have you ever tasted iron oxide, rusted metal?
Yeah.
It's exactly the same. And I know because I tasted it, and I'm
like, he was wondering why am I reacting like that. Then akaona, okay, let me just try so that I can, mbona iko hivyo. And then he was like, what? And then you have that taste the whole time. It's not for 10 minutes. It's like the whole day. It was a lot.
So now into it, that was the first month. The puking. The puking, yo. If you've ever had, we have histories. So if you've ever had alcohol and you puke, it's painful. Like, it's very painful.
The lungs.
Now, me seeing it with her so many times a day, not once a day or twice. It's, she can eat something and just talk. She eats another thing, talk. Yo, by the way, Paul, because yo, guys, by the way, seriously, go through this thing with her.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
you will have a different overview of it.
There's the overview mainly for me at that the first month. By the way, it's first respect women.
Period.
Because puking every day, 4 or 5 times a day, every day without fail.
Yeah.
Eating something you've gotten used to. Like, you didn't have meat for a whole year.
Yeah, I didn't. Not even meat. It was all proteins.
All proteins.
Yeah.
And this one loves meat. Yo. This
This
one can eat meat today, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the daily.
It was crazy.
For a whole year, nothing.
Yeah.
Then you start having milk. Which milk? Mala. And a particular one.
Yeah.
Because anytime I would bring another one, you pick that one. But when I bring this particular one, I'm like, how? Any pregnancy at some point by there doesn't make sense.
And it can really take a toll on you. I remember, first of all, when we traveled back to Nairobi now from Eldoret, I could not stay alone again, because there I was staying alone. So I needed to come and be taken care of technically, because I was really in bad shape. And I remember I used to like just sleep on the floor. My fever was crazy. I had like crazy headache. Then you see, now when you're pregnant, you can't take drugs anyhowly, because kwanza the first 3 months is very delicate, so they just prefer not to give you a lot of drugs to preserve, because anything can happen to the delicate attachment or whatever is going on in that first 3 months, which is first trimester. So my headache was crazy in the roof. My eyes were always red. I got to a point I could not, because now when we travel, I notice it's serious, because when you go to Nairobi, I was hungry. Then I told him, nasikia njaa dangerous. Can you get me chakula? So he bought chipo and chicken, which is what I would love on a normal day. But from town to the house, I was like, I think I can die. Okay, please, I can die, because harufu ya kuku na chips, I wanted to just,
the smell.
It was just crazy. So nikachukia, I hated all perfumes. Everything, sabuni ya kuoga, everything changed. Everything. I did not even want anything. I didn't even want to go to the salon. I could not even do this band on my head, because I had a crazy headache. And through my pregnancy, I couldn't do anything. I just did now lines, because I was sick, better part of it. And it was not, I didn't have complications. I just had crazy headache, fever that was intense, then a lot of vomiting. It's not, by the somebody who wrote morning sickness. Are you mad?
What do you mean morning sickness?
Are you mad?
It's sickness whenever it decides to come.
In fact, it is sickness through the journey. Like, you are sick the whole time. You are sick every minute. You are sick. The body, alafu ilikuwa inakaa nikaa niko na malaria. You see, unasikianga ni kama mwili ni haitaki maneno. Ngozi hata inauma. That was exactly how I was feeling. I remember when we did a video on people, we had marketed a pregnancy belt that I actually used during my pregnancy. Then people were saying, utafinya mtoto, atiwacha tu mtoto acheze, heri kuteseka. Yo, please, when it comes to something that will help your pregnancy be better, please take it.
Take it.
Especially if it will not complicate anything. Because it's already unateseka. Do you know, our parents don't talk enough, talk hard and deeper on how pregnancy is for a woman. Some people lose their teeth. Me, I started having toothache at 2 months. I started having toothache. So if I did not take calcium, my teeth would be, I started having sensitivity. I was sick all the time. Nilikuwa nalala tu kwa floor. Na matuta, I did not even want to shuka nywele because my kichwa ilikuwa inapasuka. Nilikuwa nalala tu kwa floor. I'm so dehydrated. I can't even take water. Nilikuwa naangalia maji na itamani, mdomo imecrack, but I can't take water. I wanted to just probably have ice cubes na nizitafune, nitafune
ice
hizo
cubes
ice
thing,
cubes nisikie kweli kweli, because mwili naungua.
The ice cubes thing, I used to hear that and think it's a myth.
It's not.
And then I saw you crack ice cubes with your teeth, and I'm like, okay, it's right now you can't do it.
I can't. I will even
But at
be
that
sick.
time, you just eat them like it's nothing.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this?
And then
Yeah.
now I even lost, in fact, the first 3 months,
Mm.
I think I even now either maintained or lost a little bit of weight, because then I could not eat at all.
Mm.
Every food ilikata. Guess what I was eating? Nduma boiled na maji kidogo ndio nisinyongwe, but then I can even throw up, so sometimes nakula tu hizo nduma hivyo dry. Gwashe. Gwashe, mihogo, boiled. Don't add, sitaki mafuta.
Don't put anything.
Sitaki kitu yoyote, sitaki kitunguu. In fact, jirani angepika kitunguu, nashangaa, do you have mental problems?
I never got to understand the issue with onions. Because the entire pregnancy, wachana na kuiona, even the smell anywhere, you want to puke.
Yeah.
It's a big problem. Somebody needs to explain to us what the onions do, because
it's all women.
I remember, I think I stayed for almost 6 or 7 months without it, without the onion. And then I realized, oh, so we just lie to ourselves that all foods need to have onions. They don't. They don't.
Actually, what we learned is during pregnancy, because of how special, Mungu ni fundi. Whatever your body craves during pregnancy is exactly what your baby needs. And if it does not need that, it will come out. Even if you take an antinosic and you tafuna pineapples, and at that point, that pineapple is dangerous or delicate for that pregnancy, itatoka. That's one thing I noticed. So then I stopped kufikiria I need to take antinosic to suppress hiyo kutapika, because I realized kitu yote inatoka ni kitu mwili haitaki in that moment. Because I used to like pineapples, then I noticed nikikula inatoka hivyo mzima undigested. Kumbe it's because in that first trimester there's a possibility ya pineapple kukupatia miscarriage. So unapata mwili itaki hiyo. Mwili kakataa all processed foods, like ati chips, cook, I did not want them. I didn't want protein. I just survived on complex carbohydrates.
Yeah, a lot of carbohydrates and some types of greens, not all also.
No. Kwanza, I really puked greens.
There was it not spinach? There's one you used to have. Was it managu ama terere? Which one? There was one you used to have. Mrenda, yes.
That one, tetelezi. Yes.
That one used to go.
And I was very particular with how you should cook it.
Oh, yes. Since before you continue with the story of the months and what was happening, I remember something. I used to hear guys tell me this is what to expect, this is what is going to happen. None of the advice was what happened. In terms of there's a friend of mine who used to tell me the wife used to puke a lot, and then he would give him this. Another one used to tell me when she's having too much of a headache, go sit with her and then take her to this one. You don't want to leave the house, you want to stay there, because one, you can't walk, can't just wake up and start walking. Another one wants to tell me you need to buy her soda, because the soda worked, and a particular soda, not all. You don't even want any of those things. So that's the time like I was saying earlier, you need to be there to actually understand what she wants. So that na sio kusema ati sasa hiyo kitu anataka anakusumbua. Men needs to stop taking it like that. If you're there and she asks you for something, when you give it to her, just sit and wait. If the body does not want it, itatoka. So you'll know whether ni ukweli ama ni uongo.
Yeah. It's true.
And I saw her taking things zenye ako anapenda.
Weird combinations, like mala. Kwanza sasa, now there was a point.
Mala,
now after I think now the second month, and I think now when I became more sick, and I knew now you have to talk here and there, so I told my sister. And by the way, if somebody tells you they're pregnant, first of all, please kindly underlined in capital letters, extend grace. Embrace them and love on them. The only thing they want in that moment is not your lecture. We do not want your stories. we don't just support. Just support. What do you want? How do you feel? What can I do for you? Because I remember she really danced. I think I can attach a video. She really danced kwa
Yeah.
garage, kwa parking lot. Then now she was like, na mbona hujaniambia? Nimeona tu
Well, yeah, we took a
kitapika.
bit of
Yeah.
time before we told people.
We took a bit of time.
Yeah.
We wanted to see, okay, can we handle? No, we can't handle.
You
It
can't
takes a
handle.
community. It
But then
often
you
takes
can't
a
hide it.
village.
You can't. Oh,
It takes a
But then
village.
pregnancy and raising kids and marriage, you can't keep it to yourself.
You
can't. It will not work.
You need all the
need
help you
people.
can get.
You
Yeah.
need other people. Because as she's going through that, I'm also going through things in my
Yes.
head. Like there's a lot of stress that I can't explain.
Yeah.
Like you think you know because see, I know these things. I'm a
Yeah.
man. See,
Yeah.
I coach. I do.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
You don't.
When it's happening, even you at some point, because you've read, but the way you've read it and what is happening is very different.
Yeah.
You are in it also.
Yeah.
So there's also the fear of what if she takes something and then it messes the baby? What if whatever drugs we were being told not to have, based on the way she's complaining, what if now she has a problem?
complication, yeah.
So you're
Eventually.
constantly thinking these things.
Yeah.
It's
And then
a
now
lot.
I think the worst position for him is to watch me suffer and he can't
And
do
you
anything.
can't do-
Because now in a public hospital, underline this,
Yeah.
you are told achana na dawa zote. You see, gava wananga time, they give you like it is, and that's one thing I'll give to government hospitals. They protect you. Government hospitals, they insist you need to go for all the 8 antenatal clinics. If you go to some private hospitals, wanakwambia you just relax, you can come at 4 months. What if at 4 months there's already a complication? So you see, with government has gava imetoa rule, when you're pregnant, anza na ile unaona hiyo kliniki ya kwanza, usiseme ati hakuna shida nitaenda ikiwa 8 weeks. No, you're supposed to go ile ya kwanza ya wiki 4, then you go for the ukiwa 8 weeks, 16, Evo, don't skip. It's very important because every stage kuna changes into the next phase, and how the baby is developing is important to be monitored, so that in case there's complication, by the time you're doing your anomaly scan, you know, can I keep it? Huyu ni mtoto nitadili nayo ama it's very maybe the baby has too much complications and it's better asipokuwa. Conversations that you actually need to have. And then now during pregnancy, you need to be very open-minded because anything can happen. 1 minute you can be okay, the next minute you're dying like this. Yeah.
And the worst part about that is being a man, you don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like, because first you can't carry her.
Yeah, you
like,
can't. Tumbo
I can carry you
utafinya.
right now.
Yeah.
I can't carry you that time because
can't.
nitakuinua side gani,
Aje. Nikushike wapi?
nikushike wapi? Nikikuinua sasa inue nitakufinya side fulani, nikikufinya kidogo hivi pain. It's crazy.
It's crazy. Then now, and if you as a couple or your partner, you need to be, how do I say? You need to be, what is it called? Is it self-aware enough to notice these changes might actually need an outside advice? Because see, for example, first when we got to 3 months, because it was a lot, it really shook us. So we had to seek help from somebody who's done it. Akatuambia, do you know what you are dealing with is just pressure, because this is new for you, this is new for also the other person. So you don't know how to navigate. This one does not know how to navigate. So you think, because I think we didn't even have a serious fight. We were like, okay, I think me says deal na wewe, no wewe deal na mimi. Bye, strong.
Yeah.
Simple.
And it's like sai tutakuwa sawa.
Yeah, tutakuwa sawa. Are you mad? Like,
and then you sit with somebody who has gone through it. And I want you to underline the point here. It's not somebody who's read about it. It's somebody who has been through it.
It's different.
It's very different, by the way. You can read all the books, watch all the movies, you have no clue.
It's different.
When you sit down with such people, of course you listen to advice and then take the advice that you can tell this one is right for you. But then you realize all these things that they are stressing you, it's actually nothing. On her, yes, the stress is there, like the puking, the constant headaches. That is stress, which okay. But these are the ones of arguing because of things that don't even make sense. She woke up stressed. Now I'm stressed. If you ask me why I'm actually stressed and now we're arguing, I have no clue. The stress is actually coming from the pressure. there's too much pressure
Yeah.
going on, and I don't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
So now when we're arguing, it's not about the argument, it's pressure, it's too much. Get help. That help,
Get somebody
get
who's
help.
done it. Get somebody who's experienced it. Get a mother, an actual mother, or like older people who've done like a few years in marriage, to actually just talk you through. Even if you don't have the exact copy and paste similar situation, they will have an overview of what it is like, and they will actually really shed some light on whatever it is you're dealing with. Because as we were just told, it's just generally pressure. You don't know how to navigate, and this one is feeling okay. Sasa wewe unaniwekea pressure, hata mimi nashangaa vile wewe unashangaa. Because mostly we think the pressure is just on me because I'm the one dealing with it. Kumbe, because I'm also complaining, I'm also sickly, he can't help. He also has internal pressure. But see, men are not very vocal and verbal and very expressive, so unapata ana keep it within. But then inside ana burn, inside anataka to explode. So there's a war within. That one's really helped. Then the fact that kwanza Viv was very supportive. She asked me, mbona hukuniambia after she's dancing hapo kwa parking lot. Then she's like, ama nikupikie pilau. I was like, I don't even want any food. So I noticed and I think that's the first thing yenye ilifanya nika realize maybe this is a boy. I wanted to be around Taji all the time. Nilikuwa namchukua when now I've had a long day, I've been so sick. Ikifika jioni when it's cool and hakuna jua, naenda namchukua, tunaenda kutembea kwa giza tu jioni, sisi na yeye, because he could not talk, he was not talking, so hakuwa ananiuliza maswali, wewe ni mgonjwa ama uko sawa. I didn't want, sikuwa in fact, actually pregnancy for me the first 3 months I withdrew from everyone. I was so sick, I just wanted to deal with it. I did not want to call my mom or my sisters or anyone else. So before hata ni share, I was just keeping it within. So nikihang out na Taji, nikimwekea music acheze, najua aniulize maswali, mimi namwangalia tunafurahi. Yeah. That was therapeutic for me.
And have this.
Thank
and
you.
Then I love the fact that at the time, Taji is 2 now. I love the fact that Taji has this thing where I think he wants to ground or something. So he lies flat on his stomach on the floor and then wants to touch the ground. We used to always question, why are you doing that? Until she started doing it. You just do it on the floor. I'm like, yes, hapa, wacha nikae hapa. I'm wondering. So this is the thing. There is something about that cold on your face.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
It cools you down. If you have a child mwenye anapenda kulalala kwa floor, usipingane naye. There's something about the ground. Just wachana na maswali mingi, just know there's something about grounding. Ukilala kwa floor, it works. Me, I used to be on the floor all the time. I think until I was 4 months. Nalalanga tu kwa floor. And I did not even want clothes. I just want to be on the floor. So that's why I did not want people. Because nilikuwa nataka nikuwe kwa my own space and I can do what I want. Nilale hapo throughout. Akikuja jioni anapata nimelala tu kwa floor. Si kwa carpet.
So now a few weeks or months in, well, I'll skip to the scare. So,
4 months.
Yeah, 4 months. So we go to this private hospital somewhere in Nairobi. And then they do checks. And it's not checks like they've done any checks. They just tell us. It's just the guy just comes, pokes her stomach like this, and then it looks at her and then he's like, you're okay, you're fine. Me, I'm like, what kind of test is this? Aujaangalia kitu, umemfinya tu, then ukatuambia ako sawa nini? So us, because we don't know, we know you just trust what doctors tell us somehow. So we leave the hospital and decide, or we walk to the other side of the road, go to the mall, we just go chill there. Worst mistake ever. As we are walking, she's panting a bit more than usual. We are not noticing because we're in the height of the moment of having conversations. And then at some point, she paused, just stopped. We are like, tutembe, tusinipale tu. Kumbe that pause, if we didn't ignore it, would have changed things. We don't know. But we ignored it, so we continued walking. The minute we walked into the mall, kwa entrance, like immediately after the door, there's a security check, and then like, let's say 10-20 meters in, she stops right there and then starts crying. And then her heart rate ushaikimbia like ushaenda sprint like once tu umeamka tu sprint tu once, unasikia hiyo heart rate, ongeza speed ya hiyo. It was that bad. Now I'm there panicking. The sister is there also panicking because we can't show her we are panicking, but deep down my heart is like, what? Okay, my mind is like, normally have solutions. What do I do? Like, this is a situation. What do I do? There's a shop, and I remember I went there after some time to say sorry, to say thank you. So some guys at some electronic shop there came to give us a seat and all that, to assist us and all that. In that few minutes, because it was about, we stayed there for almost 30 minutes or so. And as people are trying to figure out what's up, because it's not stopping, the heart rate is still increasing and increasing. How I know when she has, like, she's in pain, like pain proper, her eyes were almost popping out. You remember, you were looking at me like your eyes were popping out. And then she noticed at some point, because at some point there's a point you have when you're with your partner, there's a point she will notice this one is actually scared. Me normally I'm not scared about things, but there's a point she noticed and she's like, "Wa, siko sawa, si ndio? I'm not okay, si ndio?" I'm like, you'll be fine. But I can tell the way this thing is, it's been going on for too long. We tried painkillers. I remember the sister bought painkillers and came with them. Nothing. So we decide, let's go to another private hospital, get a checkup or figure out what is going on. So we go to the hospital. As we are walking in, she can't walk. Remember, you couldn't walk.
Yeah.
So the minute we got dropped at the hospital, me, I go rush looking for a wheelchair. Come and put her on the wheelchair, and then you go straight in. Like, we don't care whether you need to check in, we don't care, we just straight in. Then the doctors come, they're looking at her, they give her painkillers, they don't know what, the injections that they did, give her painkillers and all that. Nothing is changing. Me, I'm there now negotiating with God. Like, that is the first time, I think that's the first time I negotiated with God. Like, by the way, you can't tell me you're going to give me a wife, and then you give me, I could tell somehow.
It's a boy.
I could tell it's a son. I just knew. It's not those hypotheticals like you're thinking, mi nataka mtoto, nataka a man. No. I could tell. So I'm like, you can't give me a wife, and then you give me a son, and then you want to take them away from me. Hapana. No. Yani, you know those prayers? I had it that day. And then she saw it. I don't know whether you heard it, but I remember she told me later, I've never seen you pray like that. It's because I've seen doctors have tried painkillers, they have tried looking at her, they've tried to even, they even went to another room to try figure out what is going on, and then come give us some stories so that, the way you have to calm down patients so that wasione hapa kimeumana. By the way, that hospital, kudos, because that one was really good.
It was a good one. And I think what I picked from that is when you are choosing, for us, we did, we sampled almost 15 hospitals by the time we picked hospital for delivery. And I want to say, because there's a lot of pressure out there on picking the top tier hospitals for delivery, you don't need to. You don't have to. If you don't have to, you don't have to. Just pick a hospital that has good reputation with regards delivery. Hawako more focused on the biashara side. Because this hospital that we actually went to before I actually had the cardiac issue, they were very ignorant on everything I was feeling. Because I was telling this guy, mi nasikia vibaya, nasikia ni hivi na hivi. And then he's just minimizing everything I'm feeling. Ananiambia iko sawa, itakuwa sawa, itaisha, inakwanga hivyo. So alikuwa ananipatia vibe ya vile unaendanga kwa government hospital, then una feel very unattended or very unheard. So alikuwa ananiambia utakuwa sawa, hiyo iko sawa. Hata angoji umalize kusema what
Mind you, it's a private.
Mind you, it's a private hospital. And then now, when you're pregnant and you're going through emotional roller coaster and hormonal fluctuations and all that, you need somewhere where is safe enough for you to vent, because in that moment una feel tu vitu mingi zinakufanyikia, you just want to vent. So you see, kama huyo doc hataki kukusikiza, you feel some type of way. Then now we have booked a consultation with the gyna, and the gyna is asking me, kwa nini umekuja hapa? I'm like, are you mad? I came to the gyna like I'm pregnant. Are you mad? Then he says, panda hapo nikuangalie. Then he just palpates. Then he says, uko sawa? Hakuna haja ukae hapa. Sioni haja ukae hapa.
Palpate, you're poking.
Yeah, he just, and then I felt uchungu.
Like,
alishika. So it was
what
painful.
kind of test is anyway?
It was very painful. Then akasema, sidhani kuna shida, uko sawa. Weenda rudi huko kwa inaitwa MCH. Then that guy alikuwa na minimize tu vile, namwambia I'm feeling so sick, nasikia dizzy, nasikia sijaje. Akaniambia uko sawa. Then he releases me, kumbe I have a problem. Because by the time if we delayed kidogo, kabla kama hatungefika mall time tulifika mall, maybe ninge collapse hapo kwa njia. Because I was walking, nikianza kucheka nasikia heart kitu inashika. Something was gripping the heart like this, kama cardiac arrest. And actually now I understand why that is the most scary thing, because your heart can just decide, okay, you know what, let me just take a break. Simple. There's a very thin line between life and death when it comes to your moment of sickness. And I remember I was just seeing the scare. I didn't know exactly how I was behaving, but me, I was in pain. And every time that attack would come, I would, because nilikuwa nasikia ni karo inatoka. And then now I don't know what to do. I don't even know if that is normal. Then I'm just thinking, okay, you know what, let's just go home. I'm insisting we should go home. And then they're saying I work because I had taken Cipladon for the pain and it was not working. And we actually bought a whole dose. Apo mall, Viva likimbilia. It was not working. When I try kunipepeta ni calm down, now I'm throwing up. The heart is racing in attack from time to time. Then now we have to go to another hospital. They can't particularly say where the problem is. They just put me on machine to monitor my heart rate, but they couldn't do much. And then again, I'm given painkillers, but I cannot be over-injected because I'm pregnant. Yeah. Unajua kuna ile dawa unakupea na yezi pita the second dose until maybe later hours. So then they just told us, I think at this point, and me, but I'm such a strong believer in your body will self-heal. Then I also believe that whatever you believe really runs the day. For example, I could see everyone around me was panicked. My friend Nyambu came. Kwanza nilimpigia nikamwambia, I think today was a bad day, because alikuwa ameniambia, in case anything happens, call me, hata cancer still call come. So I just told her, hey, you know what, I'm just feeling a type of way, niko hosi. She said, nakuja. She was there. Akaenda akaleta kuku, chips, sijui nini, I can't eat. Then she's not saying, okay, I think we are serious. Then every time I was having that arrest, Adi docs, they can't help me. They can see I'm struggling, but they can't help me. Everyone is freaked out. Then I had, my sister kept praying. Nyambu is freaked out. She wants to cry. She's calling everybody else. Akiuliza if these symptoms are similar. Vile ulikuwa na ball, ulikuwa hivi. So that she can get her notes. Adi anauliza hao madaktari, how can you not give us an answer? Nyinyi mko serious? Like, she was really frustrated. Then now him, he wanted to tell God his peace of mind that ukichukua huyu tutakosana. I think that was his plan.
Actually saying.
Yeah. Ukichukua huyu, because are you serious? This cannot happen. So he said, if there's one thing leo nataka tu uniashue huyu akae tu na mimi. So he would pray that I just stay alive. And I remember deep in the night, I just told her, I think we can just release us from the nyumbani. I knew for a fact they can't even find a proper diagnosis, because we did echo for the heart. It was abnormal. One was normal, the other was abnormal. Then they said we go to government hospital for now review, for now a different heart, whatever. What did they call it? There was a name.
There was a unique name for it.
We'll remember and put it here. So then now I just remember going home and just telling God, if I know you have a purpose, I think in your point nataka kuona your purpose. Yeah, so we went by faith, and going home, me, I was sure I was not going to the hospital again. What do you mean? I'm always healthy. I work out, I eat healthy, I don't even have a gut problem. Like, and the whole time I'm in hospital having heart problems, nothing is wrong with my baby. Ako sawa.
Yani, hey, Conrad.
Yeah.
Yani, we did tests for the baby. Nothing.
Unbothered. relaxed.
So me, that negotiation with God was, okay, this is happening. Why do you want to take her? Like, why? There's something from what you said there. There is, I think when we were starting this conversation, I failed to mention, when we are planning all this, there's also the planning that I was doing. So I used to speak a lot about what is going to happen. I think I used to tell her a lot. It's going to be a safe journey. You're going to deliver normal. We're not going to have complications. We're not going to have all these things we hear about medicine and all that. You just believe that. And when you just said about that prayer that day, I'm like, one of the things that most couples don't do is realizing there is a sense of authority in first
What
you
the man
you
believes.
as the man, what you believe. Forget about what you say and think. What do you believe? Then what do you want based on that belief? So that when you're speaking it to your wife and to the
It's
child,
like a prophecy because he's
it's-
the priest of the
yes,
home.
your words are becoming reality. As that is happening, of course there are people who are going to pray.
Yeah.
Your parents, your siblings, your friends and all that. Don't put your mind in what they're saying, because most of them are coming from their own fears.
Yeah.
So as that was happening, me, whenever people were praying, me, I would open my eyes and just look at them like, okay, I can see, I can feel this is
Because
happening.
they're also scared.
But me, be deep down, this is going to work out, and we're going to get to the end without any complications. This is just a test.
Actually, faith really took us a long way that night, because me and you had deep faith. In as much as you were, at some point, you were like really terrified, especially when you knew our madaktari hata ni kama they can't help us at this point.
There's a point,
hata ni kama doka hizi to sort. Hii tu ni mimi na God. So at that moment, in as much as you are freaked out, your conversation with God was like, we had talked.
We had talked, and then it's not one conversation. It
we
was
had
months,
to
years
tushaongea.
before this came about.
We had planned this. This was already inafaa ikuwe hivi na hivi. So just do your part, me, I'm doing my part. Then our part was just to believe. And I remember I was even telling him, you need to stop being scared. In fact, what we do, if they can't, hawezi niongezea dawa ingine at this point, let them release us. Wacha tuende nyumbani. We will be fine. And I had faith, we will be fine. I remember when the next day Faith was asking me, mbona hujaenda hiyo test? I knew I'm fine. In as much as I still had it. So I could not even do, singe hata panda stairs. I could not walk. I couldn't do much because nilikuwa na hiyo heart ni kama inakuwa na cardiac arrest. But I could not go to another test because sikuwa nataka corrode ama rather what is it called, pollute whatever it is, whatever faith I have, because naweza enda doka niambie news ingine na mimi sitaki news kama hiyo.
And then you just
I start anze kunipatia ideas.
As we are going ahead with this story, there's also the part of, because I've heard stories from couples, especially women, where their women go to hospital and the guy was not there, and then she was injected something because there was a wrong diagnosis. Like that day, if I was not there, somebody would have just maybe thought, this is cardiac arrest, let's do things that doctors do when you're having cardiac arrest. Kumbe is just the organs, because there's something that is growing underneath. The organs are replacing the position that they're in, so they are going up so that the baby has space down there. That was the main issue. So it's happening now, and how we came to learn it was the main issue. It happened a few times as the months went by, but it was not that intense. You see, so anytime she's going to the hospital, please be there. Unless she's gone for a normal checkup, it's just checkup. They're not injecting anything. Please be there, because we've had too many stories of things that happened, and then later you're like, if you are just there, maybe you would have noticed. Because I'm saying this because in that period we saw so many girls, girls who were coming to the hospital alone
by themselves,
no friends, no family, no husband, nothing. And then you see them now, like some of the kids we are meeting, the ladies now with these kids, sijui ako na shida gani, sijui anafanya nini, sijui mwingine. I'm like, yo,